Once upon a time, in a mythical land called Codeville, there was a war brewing between two tribes of programmers, the JavaScript programmers and the Python programmers. These tribes had long coexisted peacefully, but a minor disagreement over indentation had escalated into a full-blown war of coding languages. The JavaScript programmers, led by their charismatic leader, Commander JS, were known for their quick reflexes and dynamic coding style. They had an arsenal of powerful tools and libraries at their disposal, and their code was often full of callbacks, promises, and async await statements. They were confident in their ability to write efficient and functional code that could run on both the front end and back end. On the other side, the Python programmers, led by their witty and cunning leader, General Pi, were known for their simplicity and readability. They preferred a clean and elegant coding style, with indentation being a crucial part of their syntax. They had a reputation for their extensive libraries and frameworks, and their code was often filled with list comprehensions, decorators, and context managers. The war began with a Hello World challenge, where each tribe had to write a program that displayed the classic phrase on a screen. The JavaScript programmers quickly whipped up a fancy web page with animations and interactivity, while the Python programmers crafted a sleek command line tool that printed Hello World with a single line of code. The war had officially begun, and the battle lines were drawn. The JavaScript programmers launched a surprise attack with their notorious callback hell strategy, overwhelming the Python programmers with nested functions and confusing asynchronous code. But the Python programmers, being masters of readability, countered with their PEP 8 inches formation, where their neatly indented code marched forward in a well-organized and clean manner, confusing the enemy with its simplicity. As the war raged on, the JavaScript programmers tried to confuse the Python programmers with their quirky type coercion, throwing nay-n and undefined at them. But the Python programmers, known for their strict typing, countered with their type hints defense, making sure that their code was statically checked and error-free. The war took an unexpected turn when the Python programmers unleashed their secret weapon, the Monty Python module, which fired out hilarious references and clever puns, leaving the JavaScript programmers in stitches. But the JavaScript programmers quickly retaliated with their Easter egg attack, embedding hidden jokes and memes in their code, causing the Python programmers to burst into laughter. The war continued for days, with both sides employing various coding techniques and strategies to gain the upper hand. There were epic code reviews, debugging battles, and syntax showdowns. The battlefield was littered with broken keyboards, empty coffee cups, and crumpled printouts of Stack Overflow pages. Finally, after weeks of intense coding combat, both tribes realized that the real enemy was not each other, but the notorious Internet Explorer browser that plagued their code with compatibility issues. So they put aside their differences and joined forces, combining their JavaScript and Python skills to create a cross-browser compatible web application that brought peace and harmony to Codeville once again. In the end, the war between the JavaScript programmers and the Python programmers came to a hilarious conclusion, with both tribes laughing at their own coding quirks and inside jokes. They realized that the diversity of programming languages was what made the world of coding so rich and entertaining. From that day on, JavaScript and Python programmers coexisted peacefully in Codeville, occasionally teasing each other with witty code comments, but always united in their love for coding and good-natured humor.